Lawson from her unforgettable role on Tyler Perry's House of Payne, but her career, no, it could never be condensed into one box. We're talking acting, producing, directing, music, modeling, and now storytelling. And Denyce is stepping into a new chapter with her debut album, Didn't We Almost Have It All? And she is back home in the DMV as part of her book tour, and we are so thrilled to have her here in the studio with us. Denyce, it's good to see you.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. Okay, so I have a copy of your book, I have started it, and I have to say there is a lot of intrigue. But you don't, I mean, it starts off with you telling the readers, read it like a novel, feel it like a diary, believe it all, question everything. So that's quite the statement. What does all this mean, and what inspired you to write this autofiction?
My life inspired it. It is an autofiction, and for those who don't know, that just means there is some fiction and then there are some lived experiences. I will not disclose what percentage is lived experience. You're gonna have to read it for yourself. But what inspired it was just life and just watching, especially women and women of color, struggle through love and relationships and timing. And most people, I got married 2 years ago, and I was 46 years old when I got married, and it was my my first time being married. And the messages I receive from women to this day when I have signings and people come up, they're like, "Oh my God, like you inspire me, and I don't feel like it's too late for me." And I'm like, it's never too late until it's too late, if you know what I mean, right? And so the book is basically written for those women that believe in 90s R&B music and heartbeats and longing and devotion. And in this world with social media and just the way that everything is about microwavable, moments. Everything has to be Instagrammable, and everything is quick and accessible, and nothing is being put back into like real love and communication and finding the right one.
It's definitely nostalgic, and it takes us back to a time that we loved and cherish. You mentioned the 90s R&B. That's a big theme throughout the book. I mean, you even started with some recommended songs to go with the chapters and read. So why is that golden era of R&B so important to you?
I think it was because I was raised in that era, 80s and 90s R&B and early 2000s. It's not just actually suggested. There is a 300 plus playlist included in this novel on every platform. And so you scan a QR code, but it's also inspired by R&B music. It is navigated by R&B music. Each chapter is a beloved R&B song that we all know.
Yeah, it's fun.
And it acts as an extension of each chapter. So instead of a chapter being 50 pages long, if you know the song, or if you don't, you could just listen to it on the playlist. And it gives you, her lived experience, or that person's lived experience in that chapter, and it extends it.
And we know music can heal our soul. It can tell a story.
It's relatable.
It's relatable, right? So what do you hope that readers will take away from this book after they're done?
A return to self-love.
Love that.
So in reality, this was a self-love, return to self-love, a choosing yourself type of book, disguised as a romance novel.
I love it. I love it. And I can't put the book down. It is so intriguing. And as you mentioned, it's an autofiction, so it's like real life experiences, but you also question, did this really happen?
I mean, some of the things, it's one of those things where it's like, it's so good that fiction can't even compare, right? And unless you were there with me, or some of the friends that I used as inspirations for some of these moments and conversations, unless you were there, you would be like, that didn't happen. There's no way that happened.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely happened.
We'll have to see. And this is just book 1 of 4.
Yes.
So be on the lookout. And you've already toured the DMV. You've done some book appearances.
Yes.
I know your final one is coming up on Saturday.
Yes, August 1st at the National Harbor. It is the Mahogany Books Black Books Matter event, and it's a huge day. It's not just authors who are going to have their own booths who are going to be signing and taking pictures with readers. They are curating a talkback, panels, conversations. It's like a whole beautiful experience for readers.
And where can folks get more information about that?
You can go to the Mahogany Books website. You can go to their social media pages. You can go on my website, DenyceLawson.com, and I have an event section that lists everything where you can purchase tickets, or just Mahogany Books as well.
Okay, and right now, Didn't We Almost Have It All is available anywhere you can buy books, Amazon, everywhere,
Barnes
online.
& Noble, my website, everywhere.
Exactly. Your website real quick?
DenyceLawson.com.
Perfect. Okay, Denyce, thank you.
Thank you.
DMV girlie, we appreciate you, and congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Of course.